Are you charged with assault in Lynnwood or anywhere in Washington state? Or are you just interested in that subject? Well, if so, this is the video for you. My name is Lance Fryrear, and I'm a defense attorney in Lynnwood, Washington, and we've been defending people charged with crimes for more than 20 years. And I've been putting out videos such as this to help educate the public on what to do if you're in a tough situation, or someone you know is, or you're just interested about the criminal law in general. So in this video, I'm going to cover three, maybe four things. Number one, what are the different types of assault and what are the penalties? Number two, what are some common situations we see assault charged? Number three would be, what are some ways to defend an assault charge? And number four, for those of us that have been actually charged with a crime and are looking for an attorney, what are some questions to ask in trying to decide who to defend your assault charge? So again, if you find this video useful, if you're interested in the subject, please like the video, please subscribe to our channel. It helps us get the information out there. And now I'm going to jump right into things. So number one, what is assault? Well, in Washington, you won't find a statutory definition of assault. Basically, they use a common law definition. Think about assault as it's any unwanted touching. Any unwanted touching or the infliction of the fear of imminent unwanted touching. So pushing someone's an assault, or almost hitting them in their face can be an assault also. You can have an assault if you purposely run into someone else's car. Well, because that car was attached to their body, that's an assault. It's a very broad definition. You can be throwing water in someone's face as assault. I've had the case where baked beans were poured on someone's head, and that's an assault. And there's the more classical definitions, or thinking about it: punching, kicking, spitting. Pretty much any type of conflict that involves any physical touching, either by you touching someone or making something touch them, that's on purpose and done sort of out of anger. Think about that as an assault. Most assaults are not felonies. Most assaults are gross misdemeanors. Basically, assault in the fourth degree is a gross misdemeanor, $5,000 fine, and 1 year in jail maximum. Assault 3, Assault 2, and Assault 1 are all felonies. Think about, and we have videos in each of those if you want to watch them, think about that as basically injuries, serious injuries, stitches, broken bones, weapons, or a protected party like an officer. Assault on an officer is Assault 3, a felony. So what other types of assault are there? Well, there's regular assault, which means the person who is the victim is sort of a stranger to you or just your buddy. Or there's a domestic violence assault, which means the victim to you is a family or household member. And a domestic violence assault requires a mandatory arrest. So many people watching this video, if you've been charged, you might be thinking about, I'm charged with domestic violence assault. And that family or household member basically means your wife, someone related to you by blood or marriage, your roommate, someone you've dated either now or in the past. It's broader than that, but those are the most common categories. So that's how assault is defined. I know I've went into a lot of detail there, but it's a broad definition. So the second thing I wanted to cover, of course, is the most common situations we see an assault charge. Well, the most common is a domestic violence case with a dispute between husband and wife, boyfriend and girlfriend, boyfriend and boyfriend, girlfriend and girlfriend, brothers and sisters, etc. It's basically an argument. Someone gets hit, someone gets punched, someone gets shoved. Those are the most common types of assault charges we see. Once in a while, we see the bar fight. Once in a while, we see neighbors struggling over something. Those would be non-domestic violence assaults. But the most common is domestic violence assault in the fourth degree, and that requires a mandatory arrest in most situations per law. So third, if you're charged with assault, how do we get you out of this mess? Well, the most effective defense can be, I didn't do it. I simply didn't push that person. I didn't hit that person. The second most effective defense is, I was defending myself, or I was defending others. We have a right to use reasonable and proportional force to defend ourselves from attack or imminent physical harm from another person. So there's a difference between self-defense. You're hitting me and I punch you to stop you from actively hitting me. That would be self-defense. You hit me, I'm mad about it, and 30 seconds later I hit you back, that's just retaliation. So that is not self-defense. So one of the most common ways we defend, either I didn't do it, or two, it was self-defense. Those are the most common ways. What's another way we can defend? Well, if we are a little more in the wrong, we can try to have you do classes. If there's alcohol involved, we can have you do alcohol classes. If there's anger involved, we can have you do anger classes. We can have you do domestic violence MRT, moral recognition therapy. We have a video on that. So there's treatment options we can do because we want to keep you from being convicted of a domestic violence charge. So if you stayed in, thank you very much. Number 4, how do you find an attorney to defend you from a Lynnwood domestic violence case or any domestic violence case? Well, you want to take a look at the attorney's reviews. You want to take a look at the proximity to the court. You want to pay attention about how responsive they were in getting back to you. And most importantly, you want to pay attention during an interview with an attorney, which is typically a free consultation. What are the questions the attorney asks you? Do they only ask about what happened, or do they ask about you? Do they ask about how you feel? Do they ask about how you got here? Do they help you understand what happened and family dynamics? You'd be surprised that usually an assault has as much to do with family of origin issues as it does about your partner. Did they ask about that stuff, or were they only talking about the facts of the case? Because any attorney that's good can do a decent job defending the case in court. If it's me, I want an attorney who's going to take care of the court part and is also going to take care of me and how I feel. And that's what I always tell people to pay attention to. As far as our firm goes, if you're interested in talking to us, we do focus on you, the client, about how you're feeling, about trying to make it so you can sleep again at night, because it's a total nightmare to go through something like this. We have multiple attorneys, and again, we've been defending charges in Lynnwood and all throughout Washington State for 20 years. In fact, I was the prosecutor in Lynnwood for 7 years, so we do a particularly good job there. So I hope you find this helpful. If you did find this helpful, please like the video, please subscribe to the channel. And if you're in this situation, feel free to give us a call. We'll listen to your side of the story. We'll try to identify steps forward. We'll do everything we can to fix the problem, and we'll be there for you. Thank you.